Are you sure you're free? What else would I be doing?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to my another installment of my monthly collection update series, which is going on pretty much ever since this channel came back in 2020. Anyway, welcome to yet another month of physical media pickups. This, of course, like I said, is for the month of June 2025. Hope you all had a great month and had a great time yourself picking some stuff up. Now I'm going to show you pretty much what I've been picking up. There's going to be a few Blu Rays, I think 2 4Ks, a few DVDs. And the action figure, of which I'm wearing the hint as as a T-shirt of what that is, which I will show at the end of this video. So let's just get into the first few titles. I picked up a few box sets from Severin Films. Actually, now Severin Films, and I've never actually owned a lot of Severin titles. I think the only one I've owned up until now was their Blu-ray release of The Strange Vice of Mrs. Ward, which is a fantastic giallo, and it's a fantastic release by Severin. And I'm also, as a lot of people might know, I'm a big fan of Umberto Lenzi. I'm a huge fan in particular of his Eurocrime films, like the tough ones, Violent Naples and all that kind of jazz. And I'm also, I've seen one or two of his giallos and some of his other films. But when I saw that Severin still had this in stock, which released a few years ago, which I kind of had my eye on for a while, I saw that Severin still had this particular box set here in stock. I had to get it. It is the complete Lenzi and Baker Giallo collection. So it's 4 films. Is it 4 or is it 5? Wait, let me see. Yes, Orgasmo, So Sweet, So Perverse. Oh, yeah, you can see it right there on the spine. Quiet Place to Kill and Knife of Ice. So yeah, it's 4 films with directed by Umberto Lenzi, which star Carol Baker. And it also has a few CDs in there of the soundtracks. There's some good soundtracks in this. And overall, it's a really, really nice, very cool box set. Let me show you the back of that there. Show you guys the specs and stuff that come with it. I will show you the individual titles. I do like how this opens up from the top and you got the Blu-rays in there. So first up, we have the first collaboration of the first collaboration of Carol Baker and Umberto Lenzi, Orgasmo, which is also known as Paranoia, which gets confusing because the third film in this, in this set, it's not a series. They're all separate films, but the third film in this set here is called Quiet Place to Kill, which was also known as Paranoia in some places. So yeah, there's 2 films in this that have an alternate title of Paranoia, which is confusing, but am I actually safe in showing the back? I think I am. Yes, there's no, yeah. These are more like erotic charged giallos. There you go. It also comes with the soundtrack, which I do have actually. I'm listening to the soundtrack at the moment. Well, not at the moment because obviously you're not hearing it, but before I started recording and probably after I'm going to finish listening to the soundtrack. It's actually really good. It's a really good soundtrack, but yeah, no, Orgasmo right here. You get a few special features on there, audio commentaries and all that good jazz. I've had so many editions with audio commentary, I cannot listen to all of them. So I try to listen to a few of them, but sometimes I just want to watch the film. I don't want to hear people talk over and all that stuff. It's yeah, but there's some other great special features included with these things. Here's the second one, which I actually did have this one previously on the 88 Films Blu-ray, but there's this So Sweet, So Perverse with Jean-Louis Trintignant there, who most of the people will remember, especially people that are fans of spaghetti westerns. He was Silence and Sergio Corbucci's The Great Silence. He's in this one. Also Erica Blanc, who's been in a lot of spaghetti westerns, who I've seen in quite a lot of Italian films in period, to be honest. But there you go. There's some more special features there and all that stuff you can see there on the back. And here is the Blu-ray disc, and again another CD soundtrack with a CD track list right there as well. So that's So Sweet, So Perverse. And third up, this is actually my favorite of these Lenzi Baker films, to be honest. A Quiet Place to Kill. I really enjoyed the heck out of this one. They're like early giallos, like right before Argento would be coming onto the scene with the bird with crystal plumage and stuff. These are like pre-Argento, but they're really good, all of them. But this one in particular was my favorite right here with Carol Baker and Jean Sorel or Jean Sorel. There you go. There's the back of it. Hope it's safe. Hope there's not any nudity on the back, but yeah, there you go. I really like this one because Carol Baker plays this like race female. Well, obviously she's a woman, but she plays like a female race car driver who gets into an accident and then she recuperates on the island of Mallorca, which is, I think is a cool setting for a giallo. It's like island based. It's like tropical and all that stuff. I really like it. And then last up, this is definitely I think my least favorite of the Umberto Lenzi Carol Baker films. It's a Knife of Ice. This is definitely my least favorite of the Umberto Lenzi Carol Baker films. This one also has Eduardo Friardo in it, actually, another spaghetti western regular who a lot of people will know from Django, most famously. He was the bad guy in Django. And also Evelyn Stewart, Ida Galli. She was in tons of Italian films that I've seen, both Eurocrimes, both spaghetti westerns, all of them. Now she's in this one. Yeah, this is my least favorite. Carol Baker plays a mute in this one. She can't really talk. And it's, yeah, kind of a meh giallo. I mean, it's watchable. It's not terrible, but of the four, it's my least favorite. As a matter of fact, if I were to do a ranking of these Carol Baker, Umberto Lenzi films, I would say my favorite, like I said, is A Quiet Place to Kill. Then runner-up, I would probably go with So Sweet, So Perverse. Then I would have Orgasmo, and then Knife of Ice. But that's just my my humble opinion on these films. I mean, I liked all four of them. Watching all four of them kind of back to back in quick succession. You can definitely tell Umberto Lenzi was getting much better and much more comfortable with this genre by the time you get further on. But you can definitely feel that sort of he's building. He's improving on his craftsmanship and all that stuff. And Carol Baker, she eases into these films with considerable ease. She eases into the roles that she plays in these films, and she even does a great job as the in Knife of Ice as the mute girl. But I don't know, man. I just thought it was so weird hearing her speak so many lines of dialogue in all three films before, and then the last one she doesn't utter a single word. Well, or does she? Well, spoilers, but yeah, I'm not gonna go there. But she might or she might not. Anyway, I picked up another box set from Severin, also with films from Umberto Lenzi. Most of these I actually own, but I could not resist owning this beautiful box set with the great cover art of, well, let's just reveal it, Tomas Milian there on the front. I don't know, like four of these is, yeah, well, again, let's show you the side. There's 5 films in here: Almost Human, Syndicate Sadist, Freehand for a Tough Cop, Cynic the Rat and the Fist, and Brothers Till We Die. Apart from Freehand for a Tough Cop, I owned all of these on UK Blu Rays from like 88 Films and Shameless Films and all that, all those labels. But this is they're all in one box. And this one, the one film I did not have, Freehand for a Tough Cop, is the one I actually enjoyed a hell of a lot. I mean, yeah, I love Tomas Milian. He's one of my favorite actors. I love him in spaghetti westerns. I love him in these Eurocrime films. He's absolutely terrific. I love him in Don't Torture a Duckling as well, with which is a Lucio Fulci giallo. But yeah, this has always been and still is my favorite Eurocrime film right here, Almost Human. Unlike the Shameless Blu Ray, I can actually show you this one because yeah, they don't show nudity on this, even though there's some nudity in the film. But also with the great Henry Silva and some great special features. And also the CD soundtrack, which again, I have actually in my car. I'm listening to this in the car, which is Ennio Morricone soundtrack. So that's another Ennio Morricone soundtrack added to my collection. Then second up in that set is Syndicate Sadist. Now this one I own on the 88 Films Blu-ray. This is the film where Tomas Milian plays Rambo, and not that one. But it's a good film. This one also with Joseph Kahn. I really enjoy Syndicate Sadist. Then the film I had not seen before, Freehand for a Tough Cop. Once again, Henry Silva is in this one as well. And this is the first film where Tomas Milian played the character of Monezza. And this film is a very, very clear blueprint, let's say, for 48 hours. Because this one deals with a cop who has to spring a criminal obviously from jail, and is forced to work with him because the criminal knows how to get to to the bottom of the case that the cop is working on, let's say. That's pretty much the plot of 48 Hours, isn't it? Yeah. This one did it like 4 or 5 years before 48 Hours, so yeah, and it even says that on the back somewhere. Yeah, the template for 48 Hours, right there. Yeah, this one, if you like 48 Hours, I definitely recommend Free Hand for a Tough Cop. This is also available, I think, on the UK Blu Ray from, there was a label, I think, something Action, I think. No, they have released Silent Action. It's that label. I'm looking at my Eurocrime collection over here. Is it Fractured Visions? I think it is Fractured Visions, actually. I could be wrong on that, but anyway, the next two I own on 88 Films Blu-rays. But again, these are just great films. This one here, you have the great Eurocrime superstar Maurizio Merli. This is the cynic that ran the fist. Also, John Saxon is in this one. I might hang on to my 88 Films Blu-ray of this because there is and Syndicate Sadist as well for that matter. But I know there's a great Mike Malloy featurette on those 88 Films Blu-rays, which are not carried over onto the Severn edition. So I might hang on because I do like Mike Malloy. I appreciate his takes on these films because he's, in my opinion, he's one of the big experts on the Eurocrime genre, because he did a fantastic documentary on which I just cannot shut up about. It's fantastic, that documentary. It's called Eurocrime, the cop and gangster genre that ruled the 70s, or I might be misquoting the full title, but just check out Eurocrime, the documentary, and it'll come up for sure. And then last up in the set, Brothers Till We Die, and this is the last Umberto Lenzi, Tomas Milian collaboration. This one, Tomas Milian plays dual roles. He did that way before Van Damme did with Double Impact, for example. So yeah, this is two Tomas Milians for the price of one, which sounds great in my book anyway. So yeah, let's put these back. So yeah, that's a great set. There's some soundtracks that come with it for, I think, for the first 3 films, for Almost Human, Syndicate Sadist, and I think actually no, I think not for the Free Hand for a Tough Cop, but I think for the Cynic the Random Fist you get a CD soundtrack as well. So there's am I putting it back the right way? I am putting it back the right way. There you go. So that's Violent Streets, the Umberto Lenzi Tomas Milian collection. Yeah, 5 films. 4 remastered. So of the 5 films, you got 4 soundtracks in total. So there you go. So yeah, 2 great Severn sets, which go nicely together. I mean, the Tomas Milian one is a little bit thicker, but again, 2 very, very cool sets. I'm very happy to have these in the collection. We're not done with Umberto Lenzi yet, and we're not done with Giallos yet. We have a Umberto Lenzi Giallo starring Antonio Sabato. This is an 88 Films release. Pretty older one. I think this was released in 2020 or 21. It says 2020 on the back. But this is the 7 blood-stained orchids, which I've heard. Oh crap! I cannot show the back. There's tits on the back. Let me put my finger there. Which I've heard kind of negative things about this Giallo. People consider this a very, very weak Giallo. I didn't mind it actually. I thought this was pretty good. I do want to show you the synopsis on there. There you go. Feel free to pause and if I can cover the tits some more. There you go with the special features. Yes, there was reversible art on this. This is part of the Italian collection. Here's the disc for it. So there's reversible art for it. Probably should have put that on so you guys. I could have shown you the full thing, but yeah. 7 Bloodstained Orchids. I actually enjoyed it. I actually did enjoy it. This one actually has this is the one with Gabriella Giorgelli in it. Gabriella Giorgelli, I've seen her now in quite a few films. She's in The Beast with Klaus Kinski, a spaghetti western. She's in Days of Vengeance with is it Days of Vengeance? No, Days of Violence, I think is the film with Giuliano Gemma. I think it's The Long Days of crap. Now I gotta check my spaghetti western collection because these titles are confusing the heck out of me. Where is it? Yeah, Long Days of Vengeance. It's the one with Gemma. Gabrielle Giorgelli, she's beautiful, and in this one she actually gets naked, so that was good to see. So that's wasn't complaining about that at all. So yeah, she's actually one of the most beautiful Italian women I've ever seen, bar, the likes of Claudia Cardinal and Sofia Loren and stuff. But anyway, another Giallo, this one from Arrow Video. This is The Forbidden Photos of a Lady Above Suspicion. Try saying that 10 times fast. Filmed by Luciano Ercoli, who actually directed both Death Walks at Midnight and Death Walks at High Heels. There's another one also with Nives Navarro in this one. Another one of my favorite women in these Italian films. She's actually a Spanish actress. I love Nives Navarro. She's one of my queens for sure. I love her. So there you go. That's the it's a really good Giallo. It's not as good as the other Ercoli films I've seen. I think Death Walks at Midnight is actually my favorite. Though I really do like Death Walks at High Heels as well, with the great Frank Wolf in that one. Anyway, that's it for Giallos for now. We'll get more to Giallos when we get to 4Ks. But let's go to spaghetti westerns. I picked up a few spaghetti westerns this month on Blu-ray and on DVD. Let's show the Blu-rays first. We have a Bullet for Sandoval with Ernest Borgnine and George Hilton, which this was a really, really good spaghetti western. I thought actually for years I thought this was a Euro western, not really spaghetti, but no, it is absolutely spaghetti western. There you go. It also has Alberto de Mendoza in it, Jose Manuel Martin, some spaghetti western regular actors that if you watch a lot of these spaghetti westerns, which I have at this point, you definitely will recognize the faces, and you even start to recognize the names when they pop up. But that's when you watch a lot of these things. But yeah, there's your disc. But yeah, Ernest Borgnine and a spaghetti western, and this is a pretty gritty and pretty brutal one in places. I really, really enjoyed this one a hell of a lot. Do recommend that one. Here's one with Richard Harrison, Vengeance by Antonio Margheriti, the Italian cult director. This is a Code Red Blu-ray, which I was lucky enough to still get for a decent price, decent enough anyway. Haven't checked out any of the special features yet, but I have checked out the film, and the film is excellent. It's a really good revenge. Well, it's what the title says. It's vengeance. It's a really great revenge western, which I do recommend for fans of the genre. It's definitely worth seeking out. And then we have a few DVDs. Now this one actually, I've seen this one. This spaghetti western. I've seen this quite a few years ago. I saw it in Italian or Spanish. I was like, you know what? Damn the language! I'm just gonna watch this film because it's so highly recommended by a lot of people that have seen it. I was like, damn it! I gotta see this. It's a German release. This one does have English subtitles for the Italian track, which this time I was able to actually follow the film all the way through. And this one will come up very high in my spaghetti western ranking, and I can already predict that, to be honest. But it is Dead Man Ride with Fabio Testi, directed by Aldo Florio, and also Eduardo Friado in this one again. Now, I cannot show the back because there's definitely tits on the back. I got to put my finger over this again. Yeah, that woman there is naked in that picture, but yeah, obviously you won't be able to read this anyway because it's all in German. But this is a very cool release. Luckily, I can show the inside. There's Eduardo Friado, and there's Fabio Testi on the other side. There's the disc. So yeah, it's a cool little digipack edition. So I'm very happy to finally own Dead Man Ride in the collection. I won't discuss it too much because it will still come up in my spaghetti western ranking. These next few I've covered in my spaghetti western ranking already, but it's Dead Men Don't Make Shadows with Jack Butts, as the trailer says. And yeah, this one is really Gordon Mitchell in the cameo role in this one. It's a really cool spaghetti western. I was not disappointed with this one. It's not a high-ranking spaghetti western, it's not a high-budget spaghetti western, but it's one that's very entertaining and very enjoyable all the way through. Spaghetti western fans will definitely enjoy it. It's on YouTube, so you're welcome. Same as this one, Death Does Not Count the Dollars, or Debt Don't Count the Dollars, or yeah, one of those variations, but with Mark Damon, with a music score by Nora Orlandi in this one. Actually, I actually do have a few CDs to show. I forgot to mention that I also have a few CDs to show. I will show that after I show the films, but there's a few soundtracks that I picked up. One of them is a Nora Orlandi soundtrack, so I will have to. Anyway, there you go. That's the inside of it, with the the original poster art there. I like these Koch Media Western Unchained collection editions. I have a few of them in my collection. They're cool editions. Let's put it that way. And this one is a Ferdinando Baldi film. He's one of my favorite spaghetti western directors, one of my favorite underrated spaghetti western directors, because he's done A Blind Man, he's done Forgotten Pistolero, he's done a really Texas Adios and Django Prepare a Coffin. He's done a few great ones, few really good gems in the genre. And this one is Hate Thy Neighbors with George Eastman, which is it's a decent one. Again, this one I've already covered it, so it's in the top 160 that I'm doing at the moment. It's within the first 60, but that doesn't mean it's a bad film. And then I really enjoy. I enjoy pretty much every spaghetti western, even if it's a lower ranking one. In my estimation, I mean, it's still, I love the genre, I love the films. And then this one on Blu Ray, Hands of a Gunfighter. Why did I not show this at first? But anyway, the order of the list is a little mixed up of the pile there. But Hands of a Gunfighter with Craig Hill, a very average spaghetti western, enjoyable, little melodramatic at parts, but it's a cool Blu-ray by Koch Media. It's a good picture quality and all that stuff. Has English audio. I should mention, except for Dead Man Ride, all these films have English audio options. So yeah. Then we have some more Eurocrime films on Blu-ray. This one I recently watched for the first time with a very misleading title, because I was expecting a whole different film with the title, but the title is Cry of a Prostitute with Henry Silva and Barbara Boucher. Now, Barbara Boucher does play a former prostitute in this film, and she does cry, but that's where the title ends. I was expecting more exploitation from this film, let's say. I was expecting Barbara Boucher to get naked a bit more. She does get naked, don't get me wrong. But with the title, I was expecting a more exploitation kind of film, which is not what this was. This was more like a pretty serious, straight-up gangster mafia film about Henry Silva, who plays this like hired assassin to take out pretty much two gangs. It's kind of Fistful of Dollars-esque again. Fistful of Dollars up there. But then with the mafia, it's actually really, really good. Pretty violent in places Eurocrime film. This is a German Blu-ray. The German title actually makes much more sense. It's called, well, it is an exploitative title because the title translates to The Revenge of the Godfathers. So yeah, but that's a really good one. I do recommend that one. And this one here is directed by Cannibal Holocaust director Ruggero Deodato. I think he's only done one Eurocrime film, and this is the one. It's a really, really kick-ass one as well. It's Live Like a Cop, Die Like a Man, or Ice Cold Guys on Hot Rods. That's a loose translation of what the German title is, but yeah, this is a really, really good one with Mark Porrell and Ray Lovelock. And you might remember Mark Porrell. He was the priest in Don't Torture a Duckling. He's also, I think, been in a few other Fulci films and stuff, and a few other Italian films. Franco Chitti is in this one. Adolfo Sali is in this one. Of course, Emilio Largo from Thunderball. He's also been in a few spaghetti westerns. He's been in some other Eurocrime films, like the ones by Fernando De Leo. I think he's in the Italian Connection by Fernando De Leo. Oh, there's even more tits on this back cover. Okay, so cover that image there. But yeah, this is the German edition. This one was available by 88 Films in the Italian collection, but it's not available anymore, not for a decent price anyway. So I opted for the German Blu-ray, which does have English audio, and it's a good transfer and stuff. So yeah, Live Like a Cop, Die Like a Man. A really kick-ass Eurocrime film. And then last up, we have two 4Ks of two Giallo films. Both are released by 88 Films in the UK. And first up, we have the 4K of A Blade in the Dark by Lamberto Bava. Now, this was a first-time watch for me and kind of a little bit of a blind buy, I guess. Blind buy in the sense that I've never seen this film before or knew nothing of it, other than the fact that it was a Giallo and that it's Lamberto Bava, who is Mario Bava's son. Mario Bava has done Blood and Black Lace. He's done, well, so many great films, to be honest. But Bloodbath or Twitch of the Death Nerve or whatever that our film is called. And I was like, yeah, I like Mario Bava. Let's check out Lamberto Bava. And I've heard good things about this Giallo, A Blade in the Dark. And I actually was not disappointed with this. I really, really enjoyed this one. Yeah, the back, it's gory, but I can't show you this because it's not tits. But yeah, there you go. That's the 4K. It's a really cool, pretty thick slipcover. Now, obviously I have a few slipcovers in my collection. This is like really thick cardboard. Like this is really sturdy slipcover. It's a different kind of material than what I'm used to for slipcovers. Anyway, here's the Emery with the Italian title and poster art, I guess there. Yeah, the back is safe. There you go. And yeah, it's obviously, like I said, it's a 4K. Also comes with a Blu Ray. I think all the special features are pretty much on the yeah, there it is on the Blu Ray disc. So that's your Blu Ray on that side. This is the 4K, and then it comes with a poster. Let's see if I can show you that. So yeah, it's pretty much the image that's on the slipcover, and then I guess yeah, this is the original Italian poster with the Italian title and stuff. So they're very cool. Always love it when they include these posters because they can fill up a wall a lot. You know, you can fill a wall with more of these than you can with just a big one sheet like my Death Wish poster there. So yeah, anyway, no, also a little booklet. Gonna try not to show any spoilery images or stuff. Well, let's show a generic image of a dead woman. There's a lot of them in this film, so that's not really a spoiler. Yeah, there you go. A Blade in Dark, man. I do really recommend this Giallo. It's a really good one. I've had a lot of fun watching that one. Really getting back into the Giallos. I mean, ever since Arrow has been putting out Fistful of Dollars, and for a few dollars more, I've been on a spaghetti western kick, and that has ultimately again led to me going onto Giallos again and onto Eurocrimes again. So I'm really on an Italian subgenre kick once again, which I'm pretty much every other year anyway, but or every year. But yeah, Blade in the Dark, cool addition to my collection. And last up, we go back to Umberto Lenzi once more for a 4K collector's edition of Eyeball, which I really enjoyed. Eyeball. This is probably of all the Umberto Lenzi Giallos that I've seen so far. This is definitely my favorite of the Lenzi Giallo. Look at that nice little sheen there on the eyeball and on the knife, and yeah, on the entire cover, but especially on that knife bit. But yeah, this is definitely my favorite Giallo of Umberto Lenzi that I've seen so far. There is half a tit on the back. I guess I can't show that. Look at that. There's yeah, you can barely see anything there, but it's there. But yeah, Eyeball. This one starring Martin Brochard. Really good film about a killer that likes to pluck out eyeballs. So Fulci is not the only director who's done eye trauma, believe me. But yeah, there you go. That's the Italian cover, and yeah, you get some art cards with this one as well, and Blu Ray and 4K disc. Then you get a thick. Ooh, look at that cover. That's they should have put that on the front cover, but yeah, you also get a pretty thick, sizable, perfect bound booklet right there. There, original poster. Some more poster art and lobby card art. Yeah, there's. Oh, I definitely cannot show that. That was definitely full on tits. But yeah, there you go. Yeah, like I said, Eyeball. I love these Giallos. I know Giallo is a genre. It's kind of an. Ooh, that's the American poster art. That's yeah. No, I know Giallo is a acquired taste for a lot of people. It's not everyone can get into these films, but I don't know, man. When they're done really well, it's fantastic. And then you do get a poster with that as well. This is a bigger one, but yeah, there you go. That's the Italian title there. I think it's 7 cats in a labyrinth something. 7 red cats in a labyrinth's eye or something. I don't know. It's something like that. But and then the other side is the poster art on the front. I think it's Graham Humphreys actually who did the original newly commissioned artwork. Ooh, Graham Humphreys, if you don't know, he does a lot of these artwork thingies. And he's been actually interviewed by my good buddy Gareth Video Tasties on his channel, so definitely check that out. Yes, it is Graham Humphreys. There you go. So that artwork here, that's by Mr. Humphreys. Anyway, that's the collection update. No, actually, it's not. I shouldn't tell lies because I still have the CDs to show and the action figure. But that's the movies for now. So let's make a little transition cut and go to the CDs and then the action figure. Okay, so soundtracks. For soundtracks, we have, again, spaghetti western soundtracks, just like last month, where I picked up the Dollars Trilogy soundtracks and Once Upon a Time in the West and Death Rides a Horse, if I'm not mistaken. This month I picked up a few more Morricone and also one by, like I said, Nora Orlandi. These I got from Beat Records, the Italian, records and CD shop, online shop. So these came from Italy, but it's here we have the soundtrack of probably one of the first Ennio Morricone soundtracks for a western, for spaghetti western. This is Bullets Don't Argue or Pistols Don't Argue, Le Pistole Non Discutono, which, yeah, this one, just like Fistful of Dollars, was released in '64, so this was released for the 60th anniversary, as it says there on the top. It's not the greatest Ennio Morricone soundtrack, but I'm a collector of Morricone, so I had to get this one. I actually have seen the film. I don't own it in the collection because it's quite a tricky one to get a hold of, this film. But I have seen it. It's on YouTube. It's actually a pretty solid spaghetti western. But the soundtrack of it is actually the soundtrack. The main theme is used in a lot of other spaghetti westerns. This has been one of the most recycled tracks in the spaghetti western genre, I think. Because you hear the main theme of this in, I think, The Seven Guns of the McGregor or the other McGregor film. You hear the main theme from this actually in Django, Prepare a Coffin as well. So it's a recycled main theme, but it's a really good soundtrack by the maestro. Not a patch on his work that he did with Leone, and obviously the same year he did that soundtrack, he did Fistful of Dollars, which is obviously the much better soundtrack. But still, for fans of Morricone, recommend picking that one up and adding it to your soundtrack collection. This one of the best Morricone soundtracks of all time, for sure. It's for a great Sergio Corbucci spaghetti western. It is the soundtrack to The Mercenary, Il Mercenario, with Franco Nero, Tony Mussanti, Jack Palance, and Giovanni Ralli. And it is the full soundtrack, all 16 tracks of it. This is a really great soundtrack for sure. There's the insert. There's the CD disc itself. So yeah, there you go. And then this one, I'm particularly proud to own this one because this is such a good soundtrack, and I thought it was pretty tricky to get a hold of. But no, Beat Records had it right there on their website for a really good price too. So I picked up right away. I snagged this up, the Navajo Joe soundtrack by Ennio Morricone. Again, another Sergio Corbucci film. This is a great soundtrack. It even has bonus tracks and stuff on there. There you go. This is a pretty deluxe CD release, I guess, because there's a lot of tracks on this. The full movie soundtrack. I absolutely love the film, and I absolutely love the soundtrack. Kill Bill, Tarantino used bits of it for Kill Bill. I think Volume 2 in particular. But yeah, there you go. There's actually a pretty extensive booklet insert for this one. Crap, did I just... There you go, folks. That stuff can happen, but yeah. Anyway, I got the booklet. There's actually some really in-depth write-ups on the film and stuff, and some cool pictures. So write-ups on the Navajo Joe, the complete soundtrack by Morricone, now on CD in my collection, so I can listen to it whenever I want without... Because it's not even on Spotify, the soundtrack. I usually, if I want to listen to one of the tracks, I have to go on YouTube. But yeah, there you go, Navajo Joe. And then the Nora Orlandi soundtrack to wrap up on. One of my favorite soundtracks. I love the main theme to this one. I love the main song for Django, but I also love this one a hell of a lot for Johnny, you ma don't go. Johnny, you must stay here. Yeah, this is a great soundtrack with a great vocal theme that plays, on the opening titles, and it's a great. It runs throughout the entire film. Nora Orlandi, man, she's one of the big female composers of the Italian genre. She's also done, you know, Strange Fights of Mrs. Ward, a few Giallo films, and a few spaghetti westerns. She also did the soundtrack for $10,000 for a Massacre, which is a great soundtrack as well. Nora Landi, when it comes to female composers, she's the queen, in my opinion, of the Italian female composers. But yeah, Johnny Yuma, it's a great spaghetti western anyway. It'll come up in my spaghetti western ranking, so I will not say how much of a favorite it is right now, but trust me, it is a favorite. But anyway, those were the soundtracks. Let's go to Chuck Norris. Yes, we have a Chuck Norris action figure coming up right now. Oh yes, this is definitely an absolute prized possession of my collection. Now, I never knew I would fall in love with a Chuck Norris action figure this much, but just look at this one, guys, without him falling over, of course. Yeah, that's Chuck Norris as Colonel James Braddock from Missing in Action. It comes with a cool magnetic stand, which holds pretty well. Because there's magnets, very strong magnets in his feet. So strong, in fact, that the actual metal barbed wire piece that you get with it stays attached to the boots, no problem. Also attached to the base, of course. But yeah, I'm gonna remove the base so I can show you this. Oh, look at that cool 3D effect there. Let's get my head out of the way. Yeah, look at that cool 3D effect of the barrel pointing right at you of the grenade launcher with actual like metal grenades in it. Caustic Plastic. This is my first Caustic Plastic action figure. I ordered it from their website, so I got the t-shirt with it as well. This is the t-shirt that's on the box artwork for the figure. Man, this is a high-end action figure, man. This is definitely one of the best action figures in my entire collection. I know Caustic Plastic also is responsible for working with the people from the Sly Stallone shop, so I know my Rocky Sly Stallone figure is actually technically also a little Caustic Plastic figure. So I guess maybe this isn't my first Caustic Plastic figure, because again, they were involved with that one, but this is my first that I definitely ordered from them, that they're 100% the full creators on. Yeah, this is Chuck Norris through and through. Just want to try and get you a close look at the head sculpt. And yeah, I just lost the sight to the grenade launcher because it came to the... Hey, I think I can still fix this. You know what? I'll fix that later. Yeah, that's what happens on when you try to do this on camera. But anyway, now I can show you the Chuck Norris head sculpt in depth there. Again, get my mug out of the way. There you go. I mean, that's Chuck Norris through and through. There's no denying who that is. That is absolutely 100% positively Chuck Norris. Yeah, I can still fix that side thing. I see. I think there. Yeah, it looks like it's still fixable. So that's good news. Otherwise, I would have already been pretty pissed off. But anyway, no, it looks like it's still fixable. Looks like it hasn't been permanently damaged. But yeah, no, Chuck Norris, again, the amount of stuff that you get with this, you have a grenade right here. You can remove this grenade, have him hold it. The knife here, it's removable from the sheath. He comes with an M60 machine gun, a grenade launcher, an M16 assault rifle. He comes with a little thing to put the grenade launcher in. He comes with a backpack. He comes with binoculars. He comes with extra clips for extra magazines for the M16. He comes with like an actual... This is actual metal. This is actual metal right here. These bullets that you put in the M60. This action figure is loaded to the brim with details and with accessories. And again, another knife right there. Just you can never have enough knives. Again, it's removable. There you go. It's removable. Actual shoelaces, which they're kind of long and they look kind of funny. You can fix that yourself a little bit. This is how it comes out of the box. I might try and fix it somehow because they're really long, a little long, but they actually are real shoelaces. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah, there you go. That's Chuck Norris, man, from Missing in Action right there. And again, Caustic Plastic. I pre-ordered this one months ago and it finally arrived, and I was very, very happy when it did. So yeah, there you go. That's the Chuck Norris action figure. And that's it. There you guys have it. That is all the stuff that I've acquired for my collection in the month of June. Thank you so much for bearing with me and watching this thing. if you watch it all the way through, more power to you. Wow, you have great attention span. You have a great attention span. No, thank you to each and everyone for watching. Let me know what you guys think of some of these titles, some of the Giallos or the Eurocrimes or the Spaghetti Western. Let me know what you think of the Chuck Norris action figure. Again, I love the fact that you got a t-shirt with, finally got a Chuck Norris t-shirt. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty dope. And yeah, my figure collection of 70s and 80s action tough guys has expanded even more now with Chuck Norris. I mean, I've got a Bronson on my shelf now. I got an Eastwood on my shelf. I got a Stallone on my shelf. Now I got a Chuck Norris. I mean, I've got a few Eastwood figures on my shelf actually. Got Stallones. My 70s and 80s action heroes are definitely getting there. And I know Caustic Plastic is also doing a Bloodsport Jean-Claude Van Damme figure, which I got my eye on. Yes, might pre-order that actually. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of some of these pickups. And as always, here's a shout out to my one and only member so far, which I thank you so much, sir, for sticking in there, for being a member. Crushes Movies and Games. The link to the membership will be in the description below if you guys want exclusive content and all that stuff, and you want to see videos before they premiere to everyone else. That's what the membership is for. And I would greatly appreciate it, and it would help the channel out tremendously. But of course, it's not required. Of course, it's not required. But anyway, have a great one wherever you are out there in the world. Stay safe and healthy, and keep punching. I will see you all in the next video. Take care. This has been Jeff 101 Bronson signing off.